Yeah, man. Shout out to VladTV.com, boy. You already know what it is. B.I.G. Shine, good music. Finally famous over everything. That album coming, man. All right.
Kanye's discovered you when you ran up on him at the radio station.
Yeah.
Now, what really made you decide that day to be like, okay, look, I'm gonna stand in front of this station and I'm gonna hook up with Kanye?
Well, it was crazy because, you know, like I was saying, I had a good relationship with the station from doing a show every Friday there called the Friday Night Cypher, where people would battle, and then the winners of the battle would get to go on air and rap. Like, they would pick like 6 people, and then we get to rap over the air for like 30 minutes over instrumental. So it was like good exposure. I did it every Friday for like over a year, so I built like good relationships. I would miss it some weeks, but for the most part, like almost every Friday.
So for a whole year, you were at the radio station. You were actually on the air.
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't realize that the grind that goes into this.
Oh, hell no, man. People think this shit is overnight, you know, and it's not, man. And how you have to have new verses every time. You have to be prepared to battle every week. It was a lot of work, especially for a kid in high school, you know? And we had a girlfriend at that too and shit. So I did that for over a year, got good relationships with the station, and that was every Friday night. So Kanye came on a Saturday morning, and I was there the night before. And that Saturday morning, I was at the bank cashing my like $100 check. I was a telemarketer. That shit was whack as fuck. It was the worst shit ever. And shout out to everybody who does that, cause that shit is hard, man. And my homie, Say It Ain't Tone, called me, who's sitting right over there with the red hat. He called me and was like, man, yo, you listening to the radio? And I'm like, no. And he's like, man, Kanye playing his new album. We was in high school, this was labor registration, so it was like 06. Kanye playing his album. Man, if you go out there and rap for him, man, he'll sign you. And I'm like, man, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But that idea was so inspiring that I like dropped everything I was doing. I didn't cash a check, man. I walked out the bank, went to my crib to grab a CD out of Sun around high school, smashed down the freeway. You know, my homie gave me some gas money to get there. Pulled up to the station, and you know, since I was there last night, they let me in, and I made my way through the back offices.
So really, if you really think about it, the fact that you had put in a year worth of work at the radio station, was the reason this happened, and you were able to come into the building. Radio stations, you can't just roll up into a radio station.
No, hell no. People don't understand that, man. One thing leads to another thing. Another thing leads to another thing. Something that doesn't seem so big could be the biggest shit of your life without you even knowing, you know. Man, that Friday Night Cypher was probably one of the biggest things of my life without me even knowing. And, you know, I finagled my way in the back offices. I claimed I had to holler at a DJ. And then I hollered at the DJ, and the DJ was like, yo, you should go holler at Ye, he's right down the hall.
What a surprise.
And I was like, oh, okay. And I had my CD. And I made it past his security guard. I made it past his road manager. I got to shake Kanye's hand and was like, yo, man, I'm a kid. I do this show here every Friday, man. I'm an aspiring MC. And he was like, man, that's what's up. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. I'm like, yo, you know, he started walking away, and I tapped him again and was like, yo, can I rap for you? And he was like, man, I don't have time and shit, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, please, man, I ride to school listening to you, man. Like, you one of my heroes. Just let me spit something, you know? And he was like, all right, man, you can spit 16 bars while we walking out the station.
Do you remember the bars?
No, I wish I did. Everybody asked me that.
You don't remember the bars?
No, I don't remember. But I started spitting them as we were walking out. At first, he wasn't paying attention, but then as soon as we got to the entrance of the station, he stopped and started looking at me, and he started bobbing his head. And then he started saying like, oh shit, or like, you know, I would do a punchline, he'd be like, oh shit. And I was so nervous, I was rapping towards the ground, man, and that 16 bars ended up turning into like 10 minutes. And then I gave him my CD, and you know, it took even a couple years after that though. That's just how it all started. After sending music back and forth, giving up so much shit. I gave up like a scholarship to college, to Michigan State. I graduated high school like a 3.7, man. I was like ready to go to college, party, smoke, fuck bitches, you know what I'm saying? And I gave all that up, man. And
roll the dice.
It was hard. It wasn't, and it's not even like, it wasn't easy at all, but it was definitely worth it.